This is Andreas Welsh with Intelligence Briefing. Next up, I'm talking to Felix van der Maele from Collibra. So, join me. Felix, Collibra's promise is to turn AI ambition into AI value with data confidence.
Yes.
What's that all about?
What's that all about? Well, I would argue that enterprise AI is really 90% about the data that in your organization that you're feeding into these models to drive agents or AI use cases. Now, data confidence, if you have data confidence, a company that has data confidence is going to see AI projects that are delivered faster, that have better, higher quality of outputs, and so see more adoption in the organization, so higher ROI. And so this is why we believe building that strong data foundation, delivering on that data confidence is so critical to drive AI ambition into AI value.
I couldn't agree more. I see that in a lot of conversations with my customers as well. But I also know that a lot of the data that businesses have, what is it, like 80, 90% or something like that, is still unstructured. How do you bring that under management with unstructured AI and how can you improve your ROI with that?
Absolutely. For the last 10 years, we've been mostly focused on structured data. And we know governing that, building that confidence isn't that easy, but think about unstructured data where the volume, the complexity is often 10 times bigger than structured data. But we know that AI agents, AI projects typically have to combine both structured and unstructured data. And so we have to solve the same kind of problems. First problem typically is how do we discover what unstructured data we actually have available? If I'm an AI engineer and I get tasked to build an AI agent or use case, I need to find the relevant unstructured documents that I want to use in my model. So one, discovery. Two is around sensitive data. We know AI is incredibly powerful, but we have to treat it responsibly. And so how do I make sure that that sensitive data doesn't leak into my model, into my agent? So how do I classify that? And then the other thing that's really important is quality. How do we measure quality of unstructured data? Not every document is as relevant or as accurate for the use case. And there's something, we talk a lot about context in AI, and just stuffing the context window with all your documents isn't the way to best deliver the best results. So governing that unstructured data becomes incredibly important.
Makes a lot of sense. Now, I see obviously Agentic AI is the big topic, was the big topic this year, last year. How does it look when agents are accessing data, need to access high quality data for high quality results? Who still remains accountable and how do you ensure that all of that happens?
I think it's a really good question. It's almost the $1 million question because today
right.
AI is still a lot around productivity improvements. I think where we're going to see the true value of AI is when agents are actually going to be able to autonomously make decisions, take actions. I think this is still early. There's still more to kind of work through, but the way we think about it, it's important to what I call govern the inputs. How do we create as much confidence as possible to the data, the context that we give the agent, that it's appropriate. It's got high quality, has the right data, we're governing that, and we're very intentional about what we're governing from an input perspective. Now we also have to govern the outputs and how do we monitor the outputs because things are going to happen. When people make decisions, not everything is right. You have to manage people, you have to manage teams, you have to manage agents, and we have to monitor the outputs. And then how do we govern the process? And this, I think, where AI governance becomes really important to make sure that we have the appropriate controls in place to bring an AI project, an AI agent from prototyping, development into production.
Now, Felix, that all sounds good. But where can our audience learn more about Collibra and about the data confidence?
Make sure to visit us on our website, collibra.com, for a governance platform. But also I would invite people to check out our new unstructured AI product around unstructured data, which is DZ Labs, which is dzlabs.com. So a great opportunity to check that out as well.
Fantastic. All right. Felix, thank you so much for your time. And I hope you have a great rest of the conference.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.